3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it's KingNido here and we're in Opelucid City today where the Draconids are hosting the Humalao Cascade, and after their first loss last round, they're going to want to get back on the winning trail as Vaporeon and Milotic are going to start out for the Cascade, whereas it's Goodra and Salamence. The Draconids are starting out huge. Clearly they were unhappy with that loss, so they're starting now with two Pseudo-Legendaries as Milotic goes with the Liquidation onto Goodra. Not a bad hit for a not very effective attack, but Goodra's gooey ability is going to lower Milotic's speed here, as Goodra now responds with a close combat to Milotic, having much more success than that not very effective attack. But unfortunately for Goodra, it's also going to lower its defense and special defense as Vaporeon sets up a Hex. It seems like they're targeting Goodra early on in this matchup. Goodra being chipped away at as Salamence sets up a Sunny Day. And this could be really good if the Opelucid Draconids go for a Solar Beam or a Solar Blade. You have to think they're going to get a very powerful one-turn move out of that as Vaporeon now goes for an Accelerate, continuing to go for Goodra, gets that critical hit, but Goodra's gooey is also going to lower Vaporeon's speed now. Now you have to think Milotic is going now, and it goes with the Topsy-Turvy again, still focusing on Goodra here. Goodra's stat changes all get reversed as Salamence sets up for a rest, but it's already got full strength, so nothing happens but a Crush Grip from Goodra onto Milotic, as Milotic now goes with the Recover, not liking having damage done to it. It's almost going to get itself back to full strength. Now the Humalao Cascade are trying to get their first victory of the season here today as Vaporeon goes with the Icy Wind. It's going to hit both Salamence and Goodra, and it's a one-hit wonder. Critical hit on Salamence. The Pseudo-Legendary has been taken down by the Evolution. A fantastic hit there by Vaporeon as Flygon now comes out onto the field for the Draconids. Immediately goes with the Weather Ball. This shouldn't be very effective on the Water type as it was made into a Fire type move, but Milotic now goes with a Rock Tomb onto Goodra, and now Goodra is eliminated. Milotic and Vaporeon have taken down the two Pseudo-Legendaries. This is a fantastic start for the Cascade, as an Acid Spray onto Flygon from Vaporeon is not very effective. However, it is going to lower Flygon's special defense. And Altaria now coming out onto the field with that Cloud9, so the effects of the weather are going to disappear. But the Spit Up does fail from Flygon, and Altaria goes with a Parting Shot, so instantly Altaria is going to go back to the bench. We're going to have another Pokemon come out for the Draconids shortly, but before that, Milotic's attack and special attack do get lowered. Still, what a start for the Cascade. Dragalge, though, comes out for the Draconids, and Milotic goes with a Blizzard onto Flygon, and Dragalge and Flygon is now eliminated. What is happening to the Draconids? This is a terrible start. Even with the home field advantage as a Psyshock from Vaporeon now takes out Dragalge. A huge play there, taking out two Pokemon in the one turn there by the Cascade. No wonder Altaria went back to the bench. He wanted to avoid that Blizzard attack. And we have Dracovish also coming out. But already 4 Pokemon down from the Opelucid Draconids. The Cascade are dominating as Altaria sets up a grassy terrain. Definitely want to see them go for some grass moves and get that boost against the Cascade. But this is unbelievable. What a start by the Cascade. Aqua Jet, though, by Dracovish. Vaporeon with that water absorb ability is going to restore its health back to full strength, and Milotic follows it up with a Crab Hammer onto Dracovish, doing very minimal damage there. But Vaporeon now going with the Fury Swipes onto Altaria, gets a critical hit on the first strike. This is a multi-hit move. It's got 2, it's got 3, gets 3 out of the 5 hits as that sunlight finally fades away from the battlefield. But what is happening, Vaporeon, Milotic? Domination for the Cascade. The Opelucid Draconids need to do something here, as there is health restored on the field thanks to that grassy terrain, and a Morning Sun being performed by Altaria, also wanting to have its health restored. Everyone trying to get their strength back up. Altaria now back at full strength as Dracovish goes with a Bug Buzz onto Milotic. Going to chip away there at the home-based Pokemon as Milotic sets up for a Geomancy. This 2-turn move, going to look to boost those stats. Vaporeon goes with a Moonblast. This is going to be super effective onto Dracovish. Massive hit. Dracovish is still in the matchup though, and is going to have a little bit of health restored thanks to that grassy terrain still being in play. Milotic also getting the effects of that grassy terrain as Altaria goes with the Tar Shot onto Milotic. It's not going to do any damage. However, it does lower Milotic's speed and makes it weaker to fire, although it does have a resistance as well, being water type, but a Spatial Rend now by Dracovish onto Milotic. Milotic has taken a lot of hits lately as Vaporeon goes to the Laser Focus. concentrates intensely, see if I can capitalize on that in the next turn, as that Geomancy does get finished off by Milotic, so it is going to boost its stats here on the field. See if it can capitalize as it gets that special attack and special defense boost. Also gets some of that speed back that it's had whittled away throughout this matchup. And continuing that grassy terrain, restoring health on the field as Milotic goes with a rock throw onto Dracovish, chipping away there. And Altaria goes with a fissure onto Milotic. A one-hit KO move hits in the PokeType League. This is the first one we've seen of the season as Milotic is eliminated. Dracovish going with the Poltergeist onto Vaporeon. A much needed elimination though for the Draconids. Vaporeon though responds with a Gear Grind now onto Altaria. Another multi-hit move and gets a critical hit again on the first one. Gets 2 hits there. That second hit also critical. 2 critical hits in a row with those Gear Grinds, but only gets the 2 hits. As Dracovish continues to have its health restored thanks to the grassy terrain. And now that Vaporeon's not at full strength, it's also capitalizing on the surroundings. Clawitz are now coming out for the Cascade, and Aromatherapy does fail on the field as Dracovish goes to the Electro Web. This is going to be super effective on both Clawitz and Vaporeon. Also is going to lower their speed as well. Clawitz though going for its first move of the matchup. Goes with the cross chop onto Dracovish. Almost gets the elimination. As Vaporeon follows it up with an infestation onto Altaria. Not very effective, but it will be afflicted by that infestation. Dracovish now really needing that health restored from the grassy terrain. Clawitz and Vaporeon also taking advantage of it. Whereas Altaria is flying over the field, so it's not getting any of that health restored. Instead, suffering from that infestation as the grass finally disappears from the battlefield. The Cascade have only lost 1 Pokemon so far, as Altaria goes with the Roost. This is going to restore its health, almost getting itself again back to full strength. And Dracovish also looking to restore its health with the Slack Off. A very good play there by Dracovish. And Clawitz, though, for its side, goes with the Sludge back to Dracovish, taking down that health, and Vaporeon going with the Payday onto Altaria. But Dracovish, a very good play, otherwise it would have been eliminated by Clawitz there. That infestation continuing to hurt Altaria as it now sets up for the Blue Flare onto Vaporeon. Vaporeon takes that hit very well, considering it wasn't very effective, but now Dracovish goes the Leech Seed onto Vaporeon, so Dracovish continuing to try and restore its health as Clawitz goes with the Sweet Scent. This is going to lower the evasiveness of the Opelucid Draconid Pokemon. And there are only 2 left, and they need to be able to avoid hits. As Vaporeon goes with the Pain Split onto Altaria, this will benefit Vaporeon, getting a little bit of health back. Not much, but what health it did get back looks like it has just gone to Dracovish anyway. So Dracovish are loving the use of that Leech Seed. Altaria, unfortunately, still suffering the effects of the infestation that is chipping away at it in between turns, but Altaria now going with the flip turn onto Clawitz. Not very effective, though. Dracovish follows it up with a Confusion onto Clawitz as well, doing much better than what Altaria did, but now Clawitz going with the U-turn, so it hits Altaria, although not very effective. But Clawitz now going back to the bench, and we have Wishy-Washy now coming out onto the field, and it has that schooling ability. So we are going to see it now take its school form, and that is a lot more intimidating than the single Wishy-Washy. As Vaporeon goes with a cut onto Altaria, chipping away there at the Dragon Flying type, and that Leech Seed continuing to take effect on Vaporeon. That is slowly whittling Vaporeon's health down to almost eliminating it. But Vaporeon has been in this matchup since the very start, almost 10 minutes, as Altaria goes for the Horn attack onto Vaporeon, and still Vaporeon hangs on. Dracovish goes with the Gear Grind onto Wishy-Washy. We saw this move earlier. It is a multi-hit move. It's got 2, but it is not very effective. So Wishy-Washy tanks that really well and goes with the Thunder. This is going to absolutely get an elimination. And Altaria is taken out of the matchup by Wishy-Washy. Very effective as Vaporeon goes with the Confusion onto Dracovish, the last remaining Pokemon for the Draconids. But that Leech Seed finally takes Vaporeon out of the matchup after a very good showing. Brilliant start by Vaporeon alongside Milotic, who have both been eliminated now as Clawitz comes back out onto the field. And Dynamic Punch by Dracovish is avoided by Wishy-Washy, and Clawitz goes with the Energy Ball onto Dracovish. Great hit there. And Wishy-Washy's going to follow it up with the high jump kick. A 1-2 hit combination, and Dracovish is eliminated, and the Humilau Cascade have got their first victory of the season, and they get it over the Draconids. A very impressive showing. And this is going to move the Draconids down to 8th and finally start to move the Humilau Cascade up the ladder, see how they can go. But that was a fantastic matchup. I look forward to seeing how they go in their next round, as the Humilau Cascade will face the Doofer Combats and the Draconids will face the Goldenrod Balance. But in our next matchup, it will be the Hearthome Haunts facing the Surchester Frost Hearthome Haunts. Now, in 3rd place, the Surchester Frost are going to need to bring their A game if they want to get into the Masters 8 over the Haunts. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe.